of this screen. We have essential tips. We're going to go over this a little bit later, but one thing I do want to say, if you have oils, if you want a reference guide, it's a little green booklet that we give to new people, or we even have something that's similar online, like a handout I can send you. You could put in the chat your email address and we can make sure to get you a reference guide, a mini one. We're going to use this big thick one in a little bit, but I just definitely want you to know you can find information through, we can give you safety tips, how to use it in a written form too. So always reach out to us. And if you don't know how to reach out to us, my email is specialoilsociety@gmail.com. Now, another thing is when you try an oil that we're going to be discussing, you can try, if it doesn't work for you, you can, for your desired outcome is not what you'd like, you can try something different. And the bottom of the feet, we're going to talk all about this in a little bit. So let's move on to the next section and get started. Okay, so my name is Lita, and I actually am so thankful that we were able to bless those who are working on the first line or front line, and whatever capacity that you are. But I have 3 children. I have 4 children. 3 have special medical special needs, and it's been super helpful to me to have natural methods like we use with essential oils, but without medical care, my children would not be alive. So with type 1 diabetes, as that's obvious, but another daughter has a neuromuscular disease and respiratory issues, and it has been life-saving to have medical intervention. However, we have found that oils have been so helpful to our family to avoid really extreme things like we used to, and we've been so happy with our overall wellness and health. So that's why we're passionate about sharing this, because we love the people in our medical field, but we also know that most of the people in our team for a while were pharmacists and nurses, because they knew and realized that our medicine used to come from plants a long time ago, and they were open to just a natural, proactive health. And so I hope that that's something that you're interested in. And even if you're not, this class is still for you. So let's get started. At the end of this class, you're going to know 3 cool things about oils and 3 ways to use them. The first cool thing is that they're 100% natural and safe. Essential oils from doTERRA. There's no side effects, and they are just pure plant extracts, and they do have amazing health benefits. They are safe to use on children, babies, adults, and the elderly, and we'll talk about safety in a minute. And they're certified pure therapeutic grade. So they're very pure and potent. They're actually 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. And so if you don't have a peppermint oil sample, but you have Breathe. So if you have your oil with you of Breathe, could you please open it up? Samantha, I think you do. Let me see if the other Gail has her. I'm not sure if Gail, if you have your kits with you, do you have your oils with you? We can go ahead and get started with this and put the Breathe on our palm. And we're going to go ahead and I don't have much left, so I'm hitting it. Normally you just go like this and get 1 drop. So try to get 1 drop out. If 2 comes out, that's fine. It's on your palm. Take your other palm and rub it together so we're not getting in our fingertips. Cup your hands like this and slowly bring it up to your face. Even that little bit's so good. What do you think, Samantha? Oh, I'd love to hear what you think. Oh, you're muted. If you want to unmute yourself.
It's pretty strong, even with 1 drop, but I do like it.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how strong it is? That's right. And so 1 drop is really all you need. If there is peppermint in there, as well as a blend of oils that support respiratory and viral immune support. Now, if you wanted to, you can do a couple things with it. You can, let me just show you a little trick. Does anyone have maybe asthma or allergy issues or breathing issues? Okay, great. So let me show you a little trick that if you're needing some rescue help, you make an O with that hand, and that one hand is flat. You put it like this. So you have like a little opening here, and you can put your mouth here and make sure it's not too strong. And if you needed support, like I sometimes get rattling in my chest from, coughing or allergies or something. You put your mouth inside and watch me. And you create like that suction and you breathe it in. It's very strong, but it opens up the airways. What do you think, Samantha?
I definitely feel it.
Yes, and if you do 3 or 4 more breaths, actually you can feel it actually filling up the lungs and really relaxing maybe the spasm that's happening. So that's a great way to get it quick. Any essential oil, even your wild orange that you have, or tea tree, if you want the compounds in your mouth or in your throat for whatever reason, you can do that. Okay, now with what's left on your hands, you can put it on the back of your neck if you'd like. It might be too cooling, so I'm going to show you how to, I just want to let you know, if you get it in your eyes, don't use water. So, because right now it's on your palm, Samantha, and you might rub your eye by accident. If you get it in your eye, don't use water, it intensifies. You're going to use something called fractionated coconut oil or any fatty carrier oil. So think olive oil, grapeseed oil, anything you have in your kitchen. You can put a little on a tissue and wipe it into the corner of your eye, just wipe a little bit, and it just wicks it away. They're friendly to fat. So that's how you would remove it. Or you can add lotion on your skin. If it's too cooling on the back of your neck, you can add a lotion to dilute it. Okay, so, okay, great. Gail, what do you think?
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Oh, you've already tried. Oh, did you just try it? Awesome. I'm so glad you love it.
And I'm asthmatic too, so that
I am too.
so that is, I'm trying to get away from medicine, so this is perfect.
Perfect, Gail. And let me just let you know, I have severe asthma. And so when it comes to pollen and, dander, pet dander, as well as even if I just have a cold and I cough, I'll sometimes just trigger an asthma attack. And I was out in public and I didn't have my inhaler, which is a bad thing, of course, always keep your medicine with you. But so nice to be able to do that breathe oil, and I could feel everything relax. And so that it was just the beginning stages of rattling. So what I've done is, and it just cleared it up and I didn't need my inhaler, but I have taken my inhaler and it takes a couple of minutes to work. Then I did the breathe oil and rubbed it all over my chest. And then that worked immediately. And before even the inhaler kicked in, but I used both. So you don't have to use either or, you can use both if you'd like.
Okay.
But it's super helpful. Some people have found that they haven't needed their inhalers as much or haven't had as bad issues when they use that breathe in that way. So the oil that you don't have, but it is in breathe, is peppermint. It's great for energizing, promotes clear breathing also. It cools the body. It relieves headaches or head tension. You would just apply a little drop on your palm and rub it into the temple or the back of your neck. Peppermint is like maybe 3 or 4 times stronger than the breathe oil. So it's incredible to use for that. Okay, let's move on. The second cool thing is about essential oils is that they're effective. Now, they're more effective than maybe modern approaches to health issues. So Samantha, you're a nurse. Is there any other medical professionals in the room?
Me.
We have Florence is also a nurse. Great. Well, what I'm going to say is super elementary, but for the people watching the recording as well as the regular people in the room, I'm going to keep it super simple, but give you enough science so you understand a little bit how it works, if that's okay. So we're going to go back to biology 101. Putting up a fist, let's pretend this is a cell in our body. We know cells have an oily cell membrane that protects the cell. It keeps the good things in the cell and the bad things out of the cell. There are 2 things that can be harmful to cells: bacteria and viruses. You can look at the slide. The bacteria is on the outside. The virus is like that sun-like picture on the inside. See, bacteria, just all remember, bacteria outside, viruses duplicate on the inside. Okay? So now let's say you go to a doctor and you have a bacterial infection. Samantha or Gail, can you tell me what would your doctor give you if you had a bacterial infection?
Antibiotics.
Perfect, antibiotic. And after 7 to 10 days, it would clear up, most likely. But you would also come with some side effects like wreaking havoc on our intestinal tract, our gut, also our hormones. But if you went to the doctor and you have like a cold or flu, normally what would they say to you?
Yeah, rest.
Rest.
Plenty of fluids.
Water.
Lots of water, fluids, sleep. Right. And then, right, because, and do you know why? I don't know if you guys know why that is. So the reason why that they tell you that is because most medications that they give you are water-based synthetic medication, and they cannot penetrate through that oily cell membrane. So you can see the picture on the screen, okay? But essential oils are very different. They are oil-based, so which means they can permeate that cell membrane. They work on a cellular level without side effects. and they can combat bacteria on the outside of the cell and help prevent the duplication of viruses on the inside of the cell. That is why I say that they are often more effective than modern approaches to simple health problems. So that is the second cool thing about essential oils, is that they're effective. The first one is that they were 100% natural and safe. The second, they're effective. We're gonna have a quiz at the end. That's why I'm repeating myself. Okay, are you ready? So the oil that I would recommend for that is On Guard. It's our protective blend. So in your kit, you should have gotten a spray from doTERRA that has On Guard mixed with ethyl alcohol. It's CDC compliant, but it also has that On Guard, which we want to penetrate anything that we come in contact with. Now, I recommend that everyone has the actual oil too, and doTERRA has many different versions. You can buy a kit that has this oil. You can buy it separately. You can even buy toothpaste, mouthwash. Here's my mouthwash. You can also buy hand cleaner as well as hand soap. It's incredibly helpful to supporting your immune system. If you use the oil, it soothes a sore throat, not the spray. Don't put the spray in your throat, but the On Guard oil can soothe the sore throat, promote healthy immune function, and it cleanses your home and your hands. The third cool thing about essential oils is that they're affordable. They're more affordable than maybe traditional steps. So let me just ask you, how much does it cost to go to your doctor's office for your copay?
About $20.
20. I think most people pay out 20. Now, how about a prescription if you have a bacterial infection? Just how much is a simple antibiotic? Gail, how much is an antibiotic for you or anybody else?
Oh, $5.
$5. I think that's pretty standard. So now, if someone in my family though has an issue, let's just take, for instance, an ear issue, like a swimmer's ear or an ear infection. I use 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of tea tree oil. You have tea tree oil with you. So you could use 2 drops of that. The lavender really helps though. And I just take it, I dip my finger in it, and I can mix with young skin. You can mix a little lotion in there if you'd like. And you rub it in front of the ear, behind the ear, and down the neck. Okay, you don't put oils in the ear. We don't do that. But I will put a drop of tea tree oil, which you have, on a cotton ball and tuck in the ears. I might have to repeat one more time before bed, but within several hours, those cotton balls are gone, the pain is gone, and they're running around. And it's happened multiple times. So about 12 hours later, they're better. If I had given them an antibiotic, no more likely it would have been 7 to 10 days. And then with my essential oil remedy, it costs 64 cents. So whether it costs you $20 for that copay, $5 for the prescription, my essential oil is cheaper than even the gas in the car to drive to that essential oil. Like, or if you have, I should say, if you have free medical care, then my essential oil is even cheaper than that. It's just than the gas in your car to drive to that appointment. So, it's not including if you have to take off time from work, you lost that time. That's also adding an extra cost. And if you give antibiotics, we know now that you're supposed to help give probiotics for a couple weeks to help fix that damage, which is even more money. So we save hundreds of dollars a year because of essential oils and using natural solutions. So you cannot afford not to use natural solutions. That is why I say essential oils are more affordable than traditional health medical care. So that is the third cool thing about essential oils, that they're affordable. So lavender is amazing oil. This is the oil that we recommended for the ears, but it's also great as a calming to the skin. So for instance, think of bug bites. Why would you have red on your skin? Eczema, rashes, bug bites, bee stings, blisters, all the B words, right? Sunburns, kitchen burns. Literally, lavender is your saving grace. So if you burn your hand and you're on the grill, for instance, you're going to put lavender straight on and repeat in 15 minutes, and you will be shocked at the skin healing and the lack of pain that you would have. And it's incredibly for calming anything red on your skin, but also calming to the mind. So we had someone who put it on the bottom of her feet. She really struggled with sleeping. She shared last night that it was amazing. She could sleep because all the craziness that's going on, just putting lavender on the bottom of her feet or on her pillow really helped her to calm her mind to go to sleep. and it's an antihistamine. So for those of you like you, Gail, you would use this. You can make a roller ball together, and we'll explain how to do that later. But you can even make your own little concoction, and we help you with this, friends. But you would use lavender, lemon, and breathe, or lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And that lavender is what helps your body not have that reaction to the pollen and the pets. So I use a tiny bit of lavender if I'm having an issue over my nose, a little swipe under my nose and over my throat. So I know you don't have lavender in your kit, but I highly recommend that you get some oils if you have pollen issues, you have kids, you have first aid oil. This is the oil that you're going to use all the time. So those are the 3 cool things about oils. Can someone unmute themselves and tell me the 3 cool things that I just reviewed about oils? And we'll give you a little digital prize if you get it right. So Gail and Samantha, did you guys happen to remember what it was 3 cool things about oils? You can take a guess.
One is more affordable.
Yes.
That's what I was just about to say.
Anything else? What were the other 2?
They're natural, I think you said.
Yeah, natural and safe. Number 2, what else? There may be more than traditional.
Yeah.
More affordable than traditional medicine.
Close, so close. Okay, someone else unmute themselves.
Okay. Effective.
Effective, safe, 100% natural and safe, effective, and affordable. Okay, you are not, we have another quiz coming up, and so I'm going to give the prize again, so hold tight. So they are safe, effective, and affordable. That's what I want you to remember from essential oils. Now we're going to talk about the 3 ways to use them, and normally I have someone teach with me, but I have not warned them, and I'm not sure if they're ready, so I will keep going, but I love to share this with my instructors because we all know this material because it's so helpful. But there are 3 ways to use them really quickly, aromatically. Again, I'm going to teach a quick bit about science. Can you guys take your fingers and squeeze above your nose, the bridge of your nose for a second? Up here, now, below this is your olfactory nerve. Okay, so now we can take it off because we look kind of silly, and Gail's outside, so people might be looking at her. But it is that olfactory nerve actually communicates to the limbic system of your brain, which sends messages to the rest of your body. So let me illustrate how smelling could help you. For instance, let's say you go to the dentist and they need to sedate you. Sometimes they give you laughing gas. Within a little as 30 seconds of breathing those compounds, the messages have gone to your brain, and they've relaxed or help you to feel euphoric. The same thing with natural essential oils. We breathe it in, so through the olfactory nerve, it communicates to the limbic system of the brain, which sends signals to the rest of your body, which in turn tells you to relax or even feel euphoric. And so that can happen just as fast, in as little as 30 seconds. So that's kind of cool. It's a very science-based approach to breathing it in. That's why emotional aromatherapy is so powerful. Now, how do you do this? What does it mean to breathe it in aromatically? Literally open that bottle of wild orange, get your wild orange ready, and you can breathe it in. Okay, the second thing is you can do is you can put it on your palm like I did with the breathe oil in the beginning and breathe it in, or even with the O, okay? The next way you can do it is put it in a diffuser. Do you ladies have diffusers yet? You guys have a diffuser? It's a must-have to get the oil into the air mixed with water, these little micro mists. And it's a wonderful way to breathe it in and even cleanse the surfaces. It's so wonderful. So let me just tell you, and it supports the respiratory system. So do you have your wild orange ready? Okay, go ahead and just breathe it in if you have it. And just, if you have your wild orange, Samantha, open up and just breathe in the thing. Now, I want you to think grumpy thoughts and try to breathe in that wild orange. What do you think of it, Gail or Samantha?
It smells stronger.
Smells strong. Do you like it? Does it smell cheerful?
It does.
And if you want, you can put a drop in your palm and smell that also if you'd like to cup that. So whenever you're feeling stressed at work, put a drop of oil in your clean hands and cup it over your nose, and it can really help you, okay? And we know that oils are potent against viruses and bacteria, so you can do that with your tea tree oil. If you're really needing to, tea tree oil is gonna be really helpful to breathe it in, lining the nasal passages with those, it's a very good antiviral, antifungal. So breathing tea tree and wild orange together or lemon is going to be helpful. Same with the breathe oil. Breathe that in regularly. So a diffuser is great because it helps you to breathe it in overnight or when you get home from work, and your whole family can benefit. All right, so energizing, breathe, we already talked about what it does. It helps with snoring. So it's great to do at night with lavender. All right, so now let's talk about the second way. It's topically. Literally, you apply it to your skin. That's what it means. I highly recommend that you would dilute with something called fractionated coconut oil. It's just as effective. It takes a little longer to absorb, but you won't feel a tingly sensation. So you might, because Samantha, you put breathe on the back of your neck, you're going to start feeling a tingling sensation, and you can use like any fatty carrier oil or a lotion to apply, and you can massage it in, or you can use a tissue and wipe it off. Okay, it's really great to have. But if you don't know where to apply an oil, it doesn't matter what, you can put it on the bottom of your feet. Your bottom of your feet is a safe place to put oils, and it's not as sensitive, but it still goes into your bloodstream. Now, what health concerns, this is interactive. What health concerns do you think would be helpful with a topical application of essential oils?
Joint pain.
Joint pain, what else?
Eczema.
Eczema. So let's talk about joint pain. We have one here called Deep Blue. So you got Deep Blue packets that look like this. Have you guys tried it yet, ladies? Samantha,
I actually tried it today.
and how did it work?
I'm not in the kind of pain I was.
Good, that's awesome. I love to hear that, Gail. So this is what makes these two oils make believers out of skeptics about essential oils all day long. So think of easing bad head tension. You can apply it topically. You can put it on your joints or your achy feet after work in your car, you know what I mean, when you get home. Your lower back or your upper back might be exhausted. Apply this after your shift. You can even apply it after a workout. It's going to really help you. And if you have long-term issues, you have a packet. That little packet could actually get maybe 2 uses out of. If you just have a small area, 2 or 3 uses, you only need a pea-size amount to really make a difference. Okay, the next thing is digestant. Although you didn't get this oil, it is a must-have for just when you go out and eat too much pizza, or you're having anxious feelings and your tummy doesn't feel good. You can put a drop in your belly button. For children, I would recommend, and sensitive skin, we're going to dilute, of course. You could even put on the bottom of your feet if you don't know what to do with it. But it's amazing if you go to the bathroom too much or not enough. This oil can be very helpful. Anything from upper GI to lower GI issues, you can use digestant topically for burning up here, lower issues. My daughter and I have a little IBS type of symptoms. And so this oil, we can talk about internal use, but it has been life-changing for topical use too, whenever you have maybe foods that produce gas, even like too much gas. It's excellent. So those are great. So now I'm going to the third way, internal use. This is where I want to make a clear distinction. The third way is internally. Now, doTERRA essential oils are not only safe to use internally, they are recommended due to that certified pure therapeutic grade. I didn't talk about that earlier, but I'm going to take a moment and talk to you now. Certified pure therapeutic grade is doTERRA's trademark name to describe the whole process of their oils. They're pure and potent. Pure means there's no foreign contaminants or fillers because doTERRA performs 56 tests on each batch of oil. Each batch. They perform a test at the site where they get their oils from the country that they distill from. They send it out for outside testing. And they even test again in their house. So you have lemon and wild orange in tea tree. There's a code at the bottom. You can even look up the scientific test on those oils by the code. It is only, do not do what I'm about to tell you with any other oil, because doTERRA's oils are also potent. When I say they go where the oil is distilled, because they go where that plant grows best in whatever habitat. And so that's why you have ideal plant chemistry when the plant grows in its natural habitat. And when you extract the essential oil from that plant with great chemistry, it actually does what you want it to do for your health issues, and it doesn't do anything bad. So that's really important that we're getting an oil that's sourced responsibly, and we want one that's tested. And so do not do this with other essential oils if you have them. They are completely safe to ingest, doTERRAs, and if someone can put up a label with a supplement fact on it, maybe Shelly or Krista, if you have a supplement fact label on your oil next to you, can you put up maybe peppermint and show them into the screen? So Shelly's trying to, but she has like, and so is Krista. You can't, Shelly, can you come closer to the mirror, to your camera? No, you can't, because the whole screen will, the magic will unveil behind them with their little screen, green screen. Okay, so it's so funny. Okay, so there's a supplement fact label that I see on Shelly's bottle. That's how you know. So if you look at your wild orange and peppermint, thank you, Krista, that's how you know how to take an essential oil internally. So Breathe will not have that. The wild orange and lemon will. If you need to, tea tree oil can be taken internally. They just changed the labeling because it used to be called Melaleuca, which is the Latin name. So they changed the label. It's the same oil. We've been taking it internally when needed, 1 drop at a time. Here's how I'm going to recommend you use your tea tree oil internally. You're going to put it on your toothbrush, and you're going to gently brush the back of your throat and gargle and spit if you want to help with things that are in the back of your throat. Maybe after your shift, or you have a sore throat. You can apply tea tree oil topically also right here for sore throats, or the bottoms of your feet for immune support with Breathe, okay? We really need to get on guard for you, but that's a great way to start. Now internally, how will you use your oils? You could put it in your lemon, in your water, and your wild orange in your water every day. You can put it in something called these veggie caps, and you can put it under your tongue. So let me show you. Now, lemon is a cleanser for your body and your home. So you can use it to clean things like sticky. We use it on, my daughter has an infusion pump, and to get the sticky thing off the tape, it causes a lot of problems. We put a little lemon oil or wild orange around it, and it pops right off. So at the hospital, when my daughter had my other daughter had a blood transfusion, it was really hard to get all that tape off. And they usually use something very caustic, and it smells terrible. And I said, I have lemon oil in a roller ball. And they said, yeah, use that. So I used that around there, and I ended up using straight lemon oil, and then we just rubbed it around there and slowly peeled it up and rubbed it around. And in a minute, it just popped right off. It was so great to not have tears when that could produce a lot of tears for kids. So it's so nice to use it. So sticky things on lemon, cleaning your home, put it right on your sponge. It takes away it's antimicrobial, so you won't have the stink in your sponge. Use it in your laundry on grease stains after your shift. If you have any grease stains, you're gonna use lemon on your clothing. Drop in your water every day. It has supportive benefits for your immune system, and is a natural detoxifier. Now, frankincense, you don't have an access to, but I want you to think about this oil is the king of oils, and it's incredible for respiratory support. There's a lot of good research on it. How do you find the research? You can go to pubmed.gov and type in frankincense essential oil, or lemon essential oil, or wild orange essential oil. You can even look up On Guard. There is a research article on On Guard. I'll let you do your research on Guard essential oil at pubmed.gov. Breathe oil is a blend of different oils, so you're going to have to look up the individual oils and Google those on PubMed. Okay, you're going to find so much research. I want to encourage you, if that's your jam, that there's so much out there, and every week there's new reports, new research being released on essential oils. But frankincense, it's incredible for our cellular health. That's what you'll find when you research it. Promotes calm feelings, helps with respiratory support. So you want that over your chest and in your diffuser if you have a cough or anything crazy out there. It can also be taken internally. And I actually recommend it internally. So let's go on to the, okay, now this is the quiz. Unmute yourself and tell me, what are the 3 cool ways to use essential oils?
Topically.
Okay, go ahead, lady.
Internally,
Say
and
both.
topical.
Topically, what'd you say, Samantha? And
I said topical, internal, and in the diffuser, aromatic.
yeah, aromatically. You both won, Gail and Samantha. You both get a copy of it. So Shelly, Izzy, would you please send Samantha in the chat? Would you put the link? So Samantha, look for the chat, and then it'll be just to you privately. You can copy it by clicking on it. And hopefully you won't leave the meeting. But at the end, you can reach out to Florence and she can get you those recipes too. And Gail, do we have your email? Can you guys put your email in the chat?
I'll put it in the chat.
You
Yeah,
put it in
I
the
already
chat?
have it.
Okay, so Shelly, will you go ahead and email that to her also? We were going to get you these 50 recipes. Guys, 50 recipes for seasonal issues like pollen issues. The one called the bomb. The bomb is if you got not well, you were not well, and you needed oils to help you, frankincense, lemon, on guard, tea tree oil. It's a recipe to use those oils. There's oils for cholesterol support, pain support, mood support, skin abrasions, sinus issues. It's like 50 recipes that you're gonna love. And we're so excited to give it to you. And if you're watching the recording, we give these oils and you can reach out to us for a copy of these oils, of these recipes too, okay? But we give them to people who come to a class or watch this far in the recording, then you deserve it. Okay, let's move on. Now I'm done. I am done with the oils. I'm gonna go over one safety thing. We talked about diluting. So read your bottle. If you look at your lemon oil, it's going to have a supplement fact label, so you know it's internal, but then it's going to say something about sun sensitivity. So on the right-hand side, avoid sun exposure if you use lemon oil or wild orange on your skin or any citrus oils topically. So here's how I say it. You put citrus oils on your skin where the sun don't shine. So Breathe essential oil has lemon in it. So you're gonna put Breathe also where the sun don't shine, okay? Under your clothes, like over your chest is a great place to apply Breathe or wild orange. Okay, back of your neck if you have long hair, you're not going in the sun. Bottoms of your feet, remember the bottoms of your feet have that thicker skin. So for me, I have really thick skin. I don't even dilute on the bottom of my feet. I just put a drop and I rub my soles of my feet together, you know, I put my shoes on and I go. So always on the bottom of your feet if you don't know what to do with an oil, okay? Read those labels, follow the recommendations. It tells you how to dilute. And if coconut oil is your friend, fractionated coconut oil, which doesn't stain your clothing. So now I'm going to talk with you that we are done with the education part. So let's go over again. Tea tree oil is a great supporting your immune system, sore throats, cleaning your hands in a spray bottle with lemon or wild orange. You're going to put tea tree in a spray bottle and keep in your bathrooms. You can clean your surfaces in your kitchen. You can clean handles, packaging of food if you're trying to do that again. In your produce that comes from the grocery store, you want to go ahead and consider washing them. Regardless of the things that are going out in the world today, it's a good idea to wash off the pesticides that are applied to your vegetables and fruits. And how do you do that? You have a bowl of water or a clean sink. You add in 5 to 10 drops of your lemon oil or 15 drops of lemon oil in your in that area, and you go ahead and you soak it. You will be shocked, friend. You will see all this gross stuff, waxes and things float to the top that will come off your produce, and they'll be clean and even squeaky clean. So use that lemon oil to clean your fruits and vegetables. Use it to clean in your mat, like if you're out and about. Use your hand sanitizer on your steering wheel of your car when you're going out of the shopping store. The last thing is use your Breathe oil in your mask. As long as it's not right on your skin, it's not too cooling, put it to the side there, a little swipe of Breathe oil. It's gonna be super helpful. It has helped so many of our medical professionals. I'm so glad doTERRA gave that to you. You're gonna be shocked about how well it helps your mask and feelings of not feeling like tied in, like you can't breathe with those certain masks. So I hope that's helpful to you. And we want to keep this going. How do we stay in touch? There's 3 ways. One way is we have a Facebook group, if someone could put it in the chat, for people who are not our customers, but it's open to the public. It's called SOS Family and Friends. If someone wants to grab the link from the group or just type it in, SOS, like Save Our Ships, SOS Family and Friends, you can ask to join and just mention in the questions that are asked, like you were at this class. Second way we can get in touch is like by texting. So how we're going to do and keep in touch. And the third way is you could become if you want to find out how to get oils into your home, I'm going to talk about that next. And you can also join our customer only group. And we have continuing education every single week going over things of how to use oils for pain, children, adults, women health and hormones, emotions, stress and sleep, nutrition, We go through toxin-free living. We go through all different ways of using essential oils. We provide a lot of education. So here's how you get oils into your home, because you might think, I need more deep blue. I want to get that On Guard. I need to get something for sleep. So I'm going to show you some choices if that's okay. The first way to purchase oils is retail. No one here is going to buy retail. That's really for a professional setting like a chiropractic office or a spa. The second way is wholesale, like Costco. You guys know what a Costco card is. It gives you great prices for fabulous products. Similar with doTERRA. You get a wholesale account and you can buy whatever you want below wholesale. 25% below wholesale, 25% below retail. Can I talk today? The third way is below wholesale, and that's how I and a lot of us buy our oils. I'm going to talk about how you get that in a second, but I do want to say to my first responders, I want to thank you for your service. And I also want to say that you might be thinking, oh my gosh,
Too many vitamins.
essential oils are way more than I thought. I had no idea you could do so much for your health in your home with essential oils. And it's our goal that you leave here and that you know that tea tree can help with scalp issues. Maybe you know tea tree is great for dandruff. It's great for yucky toes. It's great for abrasions, anything clarifying acne. Tea tree oil is going to help you. And we want you to know how to use it, but we want you to have something when things pop up in your family like allergies or colds. We want you to have what you need in your home to deal with 80% of the small things. So I think that's really key for you to know that, because it's really key for that, because of the fact that we also know that as things pop up in the middle of the night, we don't necessarily want to run out to take our kids outside and go shop for something when you can maybe deal with a digestive issue at home in the middle of the night when they're crying, which is what I have just done recently. A child was crying in the middle of the night. We put Digest-N. My husband, she asked for Digest-N, and my husband's like, okay. We handed it to her. She put it on, and then she went right back to sleep. I mean, do you know how amazing that is? It's so helpful. So I hope that's helpful to you. Now, before I move on, I do want to show you these kits. These are what I'm about to tell you is doTERRA's special. And if you want to get started with these kits today, we're going to give you some extra special gifts. Okay, but before we go over the gifts in the kits, I would like you to text me or text the person who invited you. So Samantha, text Florence really quick, your top 3 health goals. And Gail, Shelly, can you put your number in the chat? Gail, will you text Shelly? I know you're on your phone, so you may not be able to, so you could do it through chat and just choose Shelly's name. So go ahead and send her 3 health goals. And what we're gonna do for those who wanna stay on is we're gonna put you in a breakout room if you can, and to talk about the health goals. Okay, and then we're gonna look it up. So let's say you say allergies, and we can look it up what your needs are. Now the next one is, that's what this is. You're gonna text us and we're gonna give you some recommendations, and that will help you. But let me go over the kits for our first responder. This is called the Simple Solutions Kit. It gets you more of that amazing deep blue. It gets you that On Guard and lemon. Guys, you are gonna go through your lemon pretty quickly with cleaning your home, cleaning your sponges, using it in your laundry, cleaning your fruits and vegetables. It's the first thing people replace. You get On Guard and you get Serenity. Serenity has lavender oil and it's called the Restful Blend. It's not just for sleep, it's also for stress. Okay, and this is a customizable kit. So we could add peppermint, which most of our emergency room nurses love to keep awake at night. We could add another bottle of Breathe. We could add lavender. You could add peppermint, whatever you'd like, or something for anxiety. And this could be really helpful to you. So let me show you. I put together a first responder kit just for you guys. I made this up. I've put this together and it's $146. This is for people who struggle with anxious feelings. The adaptive has been studied to help people to get out of fight or flight response, and it's diluted in a roller ball. You can use it on your children, you can use it on yourself, and it's amazing. And it comes, we added Balance. Balance is a grounding blend of oils that go incredibly well with adaptive, citrus bliss, or serenity for deep stress, mood, low feelings, depressed feelings, anger. I have bridge anxiety, and Balance and Citrus Bliss is what I use to get over the Bay Bridge. I just breathe it in before I go over the Bay Bridge, or I have it in my hand, or I have it just rolled on my chest, and it's incredible. So it's really, really made a huge difference for me. That's option 1. Option 2 is a frontline special for those who have pain or anxious feelings. So, but pain, this is incredibly helpful. The picture isn't very clear, I apologize, but it's the Deep Blue Oil Lemon On Guard Serenity with Citrus Bliss that comes free if you get started today. And it comes with copaiba soft gels. It is an internal, a few drops of oil of copaiba oil, which is very gentle, incredible for pain. If you don't want internal use, it's about the same cost to just buy a bottle of copaiba oil. And that copaiba oil is what we use when my daughter had a toothache. We were not going to the dentist. The dentist didn't even want to see us. And we just put copaiba on her gums and then on the outside on her cheek, and she was able to go right back to bed. It's super gentle for children and babies, but just as powerful for people with nerve issues, pain of any kind, muscle aches. So that is for $137, and it comes with a wholesale account for the whole year. So those are two specials I'd like to offer to you, just especially for frontline workers, because we know you're going through stress and pain, and this will help you with stress, sleep, and pain. Okay. Now, if you just say, you know what, I want a diffuser, Lita, this is the best price. It comes with the top 10 oils we talked about today, and I'm going to give you a free bottle of Citrus Bliss. It comes with a wholesale account and a free diffuser. It's $160, but you can deal, this is the kit most of us start with. It's just a great kit to dip your toes in. They don't go bad, so don't feel, and we give you recipes and an unboxing appointment to show you how to use these oils for your health goals. You're never alone. We always help you, okay? And so if you need my number's on there, and just let me know who invited you. And if you're watching the recording, how you got your kit, and I will get you to the right person. We'll get you the right link to get these discount codes. Now, so that's the main thing that I want to discuss with you. I'm not going to talk about the supplement pack, but I do think people want to know this. Now, at the end of the class, we're going to do breakout rooms right now, but I want to let you know, if you would like to host a little Zoom chat, I would love to get you a keychain, because when you're out and about, you need to have oils with you. And for each guest that comes, you get a free little sample of oil. And then another thing that we give you is a free diffuser. If you have a certain amount of sales, it's not that hard. And so we give you a free diffuser. So if you'd like to schedule that in the next 2 weeks before June 30th, I would love to get you that diffuser. So please let the person know you invited, or in the chat say, if you want a diffuser, please go ahead and do this. Please put it in the chat. And I'm going to do breakout rooms right now for us. I'm going to stop the